Good morning, everyone. This is the Kaumudi Narayan Bora, and welcome to my channel, Crazy Kaumudi's channel. So, today we are going to start a chapter of grade 8 in the biology chapter cell. So, this is the part 1 of the cell which we are going to discuss in today's lecture. Yeah, so let's begin. So what is this? This is the topics we covered in this chapter. That what topics we are going to cover. Yeah. So the key concepts are cell as the unit of life, cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, prokaryotic versus eukaryotic cells, and cell size and shape, division of cell, organelles, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosomes, mitochondria, vacuoles, and ribosomes. So these all are the what? These are the topics which shall be going to cover in this chapter. So today we are going to see some part of this chapter. So this is the part first. So now the question comes that what is cell? Our chapter name is that what is a cell? Yeah, the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. If we see the plants, animals, and the human body, all their body is made up of the cell. So cell is the basic structural and the functional unit of life. And now this is written that cell biology. Now first let me know that what is the biology? Biology is the branch of science which deals with the study of plants and animals. So cell biology is the branch of science which deals with the study of cell in the respect of its structure and the function. Now, all living beings like plants and animals are made up of cells. What I have told you right now, that only, that all the living beings, if we include them like plants or animals, they are made up of the cell. The cell is derived from the Latin word cellula, which means small room or chamber. Now, if we see that from where the cell has derived, the cell has derived from a Latin word cellula, which means a small room or a chamber. Yeah, and which was the first cell to be discovered by the scientists? So it was the plant cell. Plant cell was the first cell to be discovered by the scientist. Plant cell was the first cell discovered by the scientist. Now the discovery of cell, we have grown through to the cell, that what is the cell, who discovered it, what is the cell biology. Yeah, now discovery of cell, it is very important, you have to learn, because from here only the questions will arise. Let's see who is the first. Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke in the year 1665, he observed a dead cell which resembles like the honeycomb-like structure. So if we see that Robert Hooke in the 1665, he observed a dead cell which resembles like a honeycomb-like structure. Means it was a plant cell and it was dead. So here it is not written the information, but I am going to give you that he observed from his primitive microscope. Okay, primitive microscope, and he written all this what he observed in his own work Micrographia. So then Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Antony van Leeuwenhoek in the 1674, he discovered that he observed a free living cell in pond water. That free living cell was the bacteria. Means वो जो cell थी वो किसकी cell थी, वो bacteria की cell थी. It was the cell of bacteria. So there was the bacteria cell which was a free living cell in pond water. He see it from a improved microscope in the year 1674. And if we know that Antony van Leeuwenhoek is the father of microbiology, okay, then next is the Robert Brown. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the cell in the year 1831. So in the year 1831, Robert Brown has observed what he observed? The nucleus in the cell. He discovered. Who has discovered the nucleus in the cell? Robert Brown. Okay. Then next scientist Dujardin. Dujardin in the year 1835 he discovers the liquid cell in the cell and named sarcode. So today we are saying that in the cell there is present the what? Protoplasm. Yeah. So earlier in the ancient times it was known as the sarcode. Dujardin discovered in the 1835 that in the cell it is present a fluid liquid living substance. Okay. Fluid living cell present there in the cell and he named that fluid living substance as the sarcode. The J. Purkinje coined the term protoplasm as the fluid substance. Okay, then J. Purkinje has said that the protoplasm is the fluid substance. Then next is here, what is Huxley? Huxley in the year 1868, he gave a line that he states that protoplasm as the physical basis of life. So all these three scientists are saying the same thing. ये तीनों जो scientists है वो एक ही चीज को कह रहे हैं that same. Dujardin ने भी यही कहा. Dujardin also has said this only. Then J. Purkinje also same only, and Huxley also say this only. So this is these three scientists' names. The discovery is very simple, so you can learn that very easily. Then last scientist is Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow in the year 1855, he said that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. This is, he was a German pathologist. Yeah, he was a German pathologist and he have given a Greek word that omnes cellula e cellula. You have to learn, okay? Omnes cellula e cellula. Now this is a note. A compound microscope was also discovered with the objective lens and eyepiece. There was a compound microscope which was discovered with the objective lens and the eyepiece. Then Knoll and Ruska has discovered compound microscope in the year 1940. Okay, 1940. They have discovered Knoll and Ruska. Now cell theory. What is the cell theory? First we will understand what is the cell theory, then we will go through this. There were two biologists, Amjad Scanlon 1838 and T. Swan in 1839. They say that cell is the basic unit of life. What is the cell? Cell is the basic unit of life and all the plant and animals. You can see here that two biologists were there. This Scanlon 1838 and T. Swan in 1839 say that all plant and animals are made up of cell. किससे बनते हैं? Cell से and the products of cell. Okay, and cell is the basic unit of life. Then further क्या हुआ? Further it was explained by the Rudolf Virchow in the 1855. He was a German pathologist. He said that all cells arise from the pre-existing cells, means omnes cellula e cellula. Okay. Then size of cell, very important part. Okay. See, size of cell. First, the normal size of a human cell. If we think that what is the normal size of human cell, so it is a 20 micrometer to 30 micrometer in diameter. And if we see that 1 micrometer is equal to the 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Yeah, 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Largest isolated single cell in animals. Animals में largest, सबसे बड़ी largest isolated single cell कौन सी है? That is the ostrich it is. Then longest cell in animals is the neuron or the nerve cell. Okay, neuron or the nerve cell. Smallest cell is the PPLO. PPLO means pleurophenomena-like organism, or you can say mycoplasma. So तो इसकी जो length है वो कितनी है? 0.3 micrometer in length. The RBCs are 7 micrometer in diameter, and bacteria is 3 to 5 micrometer, while viruses are even smaller than them. Viruses क्यों इनसे छोटे होते हैं? Because they are in the cellular structure. Okay, इनकी कोई length नहीं होती. They do not have this length. They have this cellular structure. That's why they are even smaller than the bacteria. Now this is the shape of cell. Here is the liver cell. Liver cell is polygonal in shape. Then fat cell, smooth muscle cell. The smooth muscle cell is the spindle in the shape. The nerve cell are elongated and the branch, you can see elongated and the branches. And RBCs are, you can say that they are in the shape of discoidal, saucer and disc shape. Here's the amoeba, chlamydomonas. These are all. Now this is a flow chart. This is a basic structure of the cell. Very important, listen it carefully. So basic structure of cell. So we have divided cell into two basic parts. What are they? Cell membrane and the protoplasm. अगर हम लोग बात करें protoplasm को हमने और two parts में divide किया. We have divided into further two parts. They are the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Cytoplasm we have divided into cytosol and the cell organelles. Cytosol is the empty space, means it is the aqueous and the transparent material present in the cell. Yeah, it contains the transparent आपका हम कह सकते हैं the gaseous, okay, H2O or CO2 like that. Then in the cell organelles, it is divided into single membranous, double membranous and the non-membranous cell organelles. Single membranous are the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, vacuoles, and there are the rhizomes, lysomes also, and the double membranous are the plastron and mitochondria. And if we see the non-membranous are ribosome and centrosome. Now wait, this was all part of the what? Cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm. ये पूरा part किसका था? अभी जो तुमने देखा वो cytoplasm का था. Now come to the nucleus. Nucleus contains nuclear membrane, nuclear plasm, nucleolus, and the chromatin thread. So these is the basic structure of the cell.